Hi there. I've recently had a couple of students ask what they need to do to fill out the G0102S record sheet on their IMI portfolio. So in front of us, we've got an example of the sheet that you guys have to fill out. And section 1 here says you must produce evidence of use of personal and vehicle protection. You can also use or produce evidence of cleaning the work environment and disposal of waste. But you must do that on two separate occasions. So occasion 1 will be recorded as 1.1 and occasion 2 will be recorded as 1.2. And the details go in this box here. So I'm going to show you an example of a job card that a student filled out. Bear with me a second. Okay, so this guy fitted a tow bar. And as part of that task, the first thing that he or she did was they put on their PPE and VPE. And that's fairly vague, all right, it's just an example. But on the job cards that you have written, you need to have a look through and hopefully you'll find a job card where you have said that you fitted a seat cover, steering wheel cover, wing covers, or whatever it may have been that was appropriate to the task that you've done. So once you've found the job card, the details you need are the task number, so the unit and the task number, sorry, and it's also very important that you have the date that you completed the task. And then what you need to do is to put those details in the box. So I've just filled out this one as an example. So let's just have a look at that previous job card. This job card was for Unit AEO2S, Task 1. And as I say, what the guy did was fit a tow bar. So in this box, occasion 1, or you could just put 1.1, all right? But occasion 1, it was Unit AEO2S, Task 1, which involved fitting a tow bar. And that was completed on whatever the date was. So the date, the month, and the year. And that's it. That's all you need to fill out. Now, obviously, there's two occasions, so this box needs two different sets of details in. Okay, I'm just going to close that lot down. Okay, this is a live document for a student. We've just had a look at section 1, and I think hopefully you've got an idea of what you need to do for that. So section 2 is you must produce evidence of identifying risks, sorry, which may result from at least two of the items listed below. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different scenarios, should we say, and what you've got to do is produce evidence of at least two of them. So the obvious ones are going to be 2.1, the use and maintenance of machinery or equipment, because you've all had an opportunity in your time at college to do basic maintenance on a piece of equipment in the workshop. Now that might be using one of the pneumatic or air guns. What you're supposed to do is put some oil in them every now and again, or it might just be an inspection on a piece of equipment before you use it. It might be calibrating a piece of equipment. If you think about multimeters, you check that they are calibrated before you use them. So there are lots of opportunities for you to meet that criteria. It can be difficult to identify things like unsafe behaviour because chances are you're not going to write down on your job card that you have witnessed or seen or behaved dangerously. But you never know, those circumstances might arise. But another one that is likely is accidental breakages and spillages. Like, I guess there's quite a few of us that have accidentally had oil spill on the floor when you've been changing the oil and filter. And instinctively, what we do is clean up the mess. So you just need to identify a job card or a task where you've made a note that you cleaned up any mess. And again, you can just record the details in this box here. So in this scenario, if we had done some basic maintenance on a multimeter, for example, we would put 2.1 down here, details of the unit and the task number, and importantly, the date of that task. All right. And the same with a spillage. If we find another job card, it could even be the same task, but it may not be. But if there was a separate job card where we had to mop up some spillages, then we can record the details. So that would be 2.5, the unit number, the task number, and the date that you did it. That's all you need, just 2 separate occasions. Scroll down. This one here, you must produce evidence of identifying risks. Okay, so this would be look through your job cards, and there are lots of examples. But let's say you were working on a system, an electrical system on the car. Let's say it was a starter motor or something of that nature, or a charging system. They are all mandatory tasks. So obviously it's risky working on them when they're still live. So you should have taken some precautions, i.e. disconnect the battery. And that is evidence that you've identified the risk. All right, so just record again 3.1 in here, the task number and the date that you completed it. Okay, I'm going to stop there.